Today we get to look at synthetic division. Synthetic division is simply a method that we can use to find the quotient and the remainder of a polynomial. But with this kind of method, we are simply going to detach coefficients from the polynomial and we work with coefficients. Use this example. Find the quotient and the remainder when 3x cubed minus 5x plus 10 is divided by that factor using synthetic division. So the polynomial in question is this. It is 3x cubed. So now if you look at that coefficient, we are having x to the power 3. We have coefficients 3, negative 5, and 10. So now we are going to group this in this way. We shall put here the coefficients of x. Our highest power is 3. So we put here the coefficients of x to the power 3, x to the power 2, x to the power 1, x to the power 0. So it means that our coefficient of x to the power 3 is 3. So we put here the 3. The x to the power 2, we do not have any term that is x to the power 2, so that is 0. Our coefficients of x to the power 1 is negative 5. Our coefficient of x to the power 0, any number to the power 0 is 1, so the number here is 10. Like that. And now, so after stating those coefficients, they are telling us that this polynomial is divided by x minus 2. So if it is divided by x minus 2, meaning that if we say x minus 2 is equal to 0, it means the value of x is going to be positive 2. So we put the positive 2 here. We put a 0 at the first step here. So now we start working. So for us to get these remaining gaps, it's going to be this number times that number plus this number times that number to give us that. 2 times 0 is 0 plus 2 times 3 is 6. So it means our answer here is 6. 2 times 6 is 12 plus 2 times 0 is 0. So 0 plus 12, we get 12. So we put the 12 here. We do the same. 2 times 12 is 24. Then 24 plus 2 times 5. 2 times 5 is negative 10. So negative 10 plus 24, we shall get 14. We put the 14 there. So after filling in all these, then we simply add them to get new terms here. So when we add 3 plus 0, we get 3. 0 plus 6 is 6. Negative 5 plus 12, we get 7. And then 10 plus 14, we get 24. So now, after getting our figures like that, now this last number here is what is going to give us the remainder of the number. This is the remainder. And then this gives us the quotient. And the quotient we get here, the value of x will start counting from this. We're going that way. The value of x here will be 0, 1, 2. The power to x is 0 here, the power to x is 1, the power to x is 2. So it means that our answer here, because they're asking us that, find the quotient and the remainder when that is divided by that. So it means here our answer is going to be, our quotient will be 3x squared plus 6x to the power 1, because it's to the power 1, plus 7x to the power 0 is 1, so it's plus 7. That will be our quotient, and our remainder is 24. That is the answer. So now let's do one more example. X to the power 5 plus 1 by x plus 1 using synthetic division. We are going to do the same. Our highest power is 5. So if our highest power is 5, it means that we are going to name from x to the power 5. X to the power 5 will be there, x to the power 4, from x to the power 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. So right here we are going to put the coefficients of these terms. Coefficient of x to the power 5 is 1. So we'll put there 1. X to the power 4, we do not have x to the power 4 in this, so it is 0. X to the power 3, we do not have x to the power 3 here. X to the power 2, we have nothing like x to the power 2. X to the power 1, we have nothing like x to the power 1. Then x to the power 0, any number to the power 0 is 1. So that is like the whole number, that is going to be 1. And now, this is divided by x plus 1. So it means that we are going to, when x plus 1, if x plus 1 is equal to 0, making x the subject of the formula means that our value of x is supposed to be negative 1. So we put a negative 1 there. When we put our negative 1 there, the first place here we put is 0. So now we get these remaining figures. This times that plus this times that gives us that next figure. This times that next figure plus this times that gives us this. This times that plus this times that gives us that. And so on and so on. So we start. Negative 1 times 0 plus negative 1 times 1 is going to give us negative 1. Negative 1 times negative 1 plus negative 1 times 0 is giving us 1. Negative 1 times 1 plus negative 1 times 0 is going to give us negative 1. Negative 1 times negative 1 plus negative 1 times 0 is going to give us positive 1. Negative 1 times 1 plus negative 1 times 0 is going to give us negative 1. Then you go on and add this, that up to the end. So 1 plus 0 here is 1. 0 minus 1 here is negative 1. 0 plus 1 is 1. 0 minus 1 is negative 1. 0 plus 1 is 1. And 1 minus 1 is 0. So from that we get our last term here, just like in our previous number, is supposed to give us the remainder. So it means here our remainder is going to be 0. So that is our remainder. And then our quotient is that. Now for our quotient, the powers of x are labeled counting from here 0 going that way. So the value of x for this is going to be from 0, 1, power 2, power 3, power 4. So it means that our remainder is 0 and our quotient is going to be equal to x to the power 4, because it's 1x to the power 4, minus 1x to the power 3. So that is minus x to the power 3. Then that's going to be plus, because it's positive 1, plus 1 to the power 2, plus x to the power 2, minus x to the power 1, minus x to the power 1, then plus 1. So that will be our quotient, and that is going to be our remainder. This brings us to the end of this video. Thank you for watching. For more videos, simply subscribe to Kisembo Academy. I'll catch you in the next video. For Kisembo Academy, this is Arnold Ranga Kurami.